it's the start of the show. Got Donny on the left and Paul is good to go. We're in the plastic knee deep, this ain't no time for sleep. It's truth or tinfoil, time to analyze the leaf. Forget the ghost for a minute, we're talking field and court. Grab a phone, ball boys, let's file a sports report. In the ball pit, that's where the truth gets loud. Debating stats and shouting over the whole darn crowd. Paul's got the numbers, Donny's got the feel. Randy's spinning theories, showing what is real. From the trade deadline chaos to who will take the cup, we're breaking down the action, fill that bracket up. Donny says the tight end is faster than a comet. Paul brings up the injury risk and says let's be honest. Then Ramboski leans in with a mischievous look. What if the whole damn league is reading from a script and a book? Just a splash of 10 for them, back to the game. Now tell me about the point spread, who deserves the fame? In the ball pit, that's where the truth gets loud. Debating stats and shouting over the whole darn crowd. Paul's got the numbers, Donny's got the feel. Randy's spinning theories, showing what is real. From the trade deadline chaos to who will take the cup, we're breaking down the action, fill that bracket up. Keep your eyes on the ball, keep your mind on the field. Tune in next time for the secrets that will be revealed. Ramboski out.
Welcome.
I was digging it. I was digging that for a second there.
My only problem is that when it flashes tonight's special guest, I'm expecting like someone's name to pop up.
Yeah, I need to go in there and just kind of pull that part out until we have a special guest and put it back in. I just hadn't done it.
So yeah. Welcome to all 3 people in the chat, and I'm pretty sure one of them includes you.
Yes, because I rock.
Yeah, we're in the big leagues now, baby.
I'm telling you.
We hit the big time.
And I like doing it on this I know I'm doing it to both the ball pit channel and this, and nobody's in the ball pit channel, I'll tell you that right now. And
just Bigfoot Fidesz.
well, of course, we played her song. She's gonna be there. Say her name and she will appear. But
so how's Mineola?
Oh my goodness. Well, I have fun there every time. I mean, but we had about 6 or 7 people in there doing this whole thing with us, and we just hey, Be Kind, how you doing? And we were doing, some experimental type stuff. I mean, we had the big, open area of the theater. You got a stage because it's also a playhouse along with an actual movie theater. And back behind there's dressing rooms and such, and there's a men's and a women's dressing room back there. And I took my phone back there because we were having activity, back there, back and forth and stuff, more personal experiences and see stuff than we were seeing, getting as far as pictures or video or anything like that. But we went back and I took mine back there and I called one of the guys up the front, and I left mine with the in the back facing the door. So the video was looking at that and he was talking through it to whatever was back there. You know what I mean? So
you got some good communication, good contact.
I got a couple of little, call it disembodied voices, call it EVP, whatever you want, through the phone. I know I got one of a little something giggling, like that. Little, it wasn't a little girl, but it sounded like it's an older girl. And there was one person asked, I think it was Judith was the name. Judith, are you back there? And you hear, yeah, like that.
So you got some good ghost action going on this past
weekend.
Oh yeah, this weekend actually. This week is still out going on. By the way, Randy. By the way, it's pronounced theater.
Theater. What did I say?
No.
I said theater. Theater. Yeah.
You said theater.
Just like me playing my guitar, right?
Yeah. It's pronounced theater.
Hey, don't get all damn highfalutin freaking pinky up action with me, all right?
Yeah.
I ain't Brandy. I won't take it. But yeah, no, it was a fun time. Me and my buddy, we went there, but I had to get with one lady because they're going to be doing a little musical shindig thing in April or whatever, where she's actually trying to book bands and artists and stuff in the area. And I ended up going down because I was going to help back her up on some of her stuff. And we started playing and jamming at the little hotel down there. The actual old hotel is in town. We had people coming in off the street listening to doing the jamming stuff. We're like, what the hell? We're just trying to figure out songs, but we worked. It was good. She's really good
You
at
were
it.
jamming with them, like you were playing along?
Yeah, we were playing guitar. I was playing guitar. She
Oh,
was playing guitar. She
I didn't
doesn't
know
read
you played
music.
guitar.
Oh, you ain't never heard me play? I guess I ain't never played
No,
around you. But yeah, no, I play. I used to be a old honky tonker. If you want to get right down to it, that's what I used to do. I used to play in the guitar in the actual honky tonks and stuff. You get a little bit of a backing band, or you just go in with just you and your guitar and just play.
Bigfoot Fidesz says she can hack into our show right now. Oh yeah, I think Tex gave her access.
Yeah, she can.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
okay. I'm evil though. You come in here.
You wouldn't be the first. It wouldn't be the first time someone
Yeah,
in the group
just
has
popped up.
barged into another person's show. I have drunkenly barged into shows before because I was bored.
That was
Because I
funny as
was
hell.
bored
That
on
one
the
night.
Saturday night. Yeah.
We got cussed out for being these freaking white people that did not like Koreans one night. in the Bigfoot community is prejudiced against Korea.
But
You
who
remember
cussed us out?
you came on there
Oh,
and
I
cussed
did.
us out.
Oh, because you guys were anti-Korean.
But yeah, okay, remember I talked to you the next day. Hey man, and you're like, I don't even remember getting on there. Like, yeah, you were on there, all right.
Oh, geez, it was one of those nights, huh?
Yes, it was. It was, but it was funny.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, it'd been different. I didn't care one way or the other, but you did it on the Blondes show when they still had the Friday night show.
As long as I
weren't.
didn't, as long as I, oh yeah, I think that was the night I came back from that work party and I was all drunk.
Yeah,
Well, as long as I didn't drop racial slurs, I'll take that as a win.
and no, I don't think you did. You
Yeah.
were just talking about everybody was racist against you.
Yeah, everyone's racist against me. God damn it! Y'all's out to
Oh my
get
god, that was
me.
funny. Yeah, it was, I look back and laugh on it now. Now, of course, the girls were sitting there. It wasn't funny to
Oh,
them at that
horrifying.
time.
Oh,
They were like, "Oh
oh
god, he's gonna get us
shucks.
canceled."
Oh shucks. I tried to get Krista and Brandy were on my show last night. I tried to get
Yeah.
them to drop some racial slurs, but they were all up against it.
Well, they
They're
can't
like, "I'm
figure
not
out
prejudiced."
how to not censor themselves on this
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. They're like, "I'm not prejudiced, though." And I'm like,
I'm
"I'm not
icky.
prejudiced either. I just like saying them."
Well, yeah, and when we're not
Yeah,
monetized, we can get away with saying them
yeah.
sometimes.
I like to invent new ones.
Well, I've got this one word or this one a descriptive term that I like to
Mhm,
look at people who are kind of doing something kind of
mhm.
stupid, and I'm looking at them like, what are you doing? Lower Slavovian math?
Hmm.
And it's just for whatever reason, lower Slavovian has always come out of me like you're just borderline. You're bless your heart.
Yeah.
So, but you know, I was watching. Of course, we were in Minneapolis. Me and my buddy, we were watching some of the football games. He's
You were
rooting on
watching the football?
yeah, because he's rooting on the Bills because he just wants to root on the Bills. So, like, okay, I can dig that. And it turned out to be a hell of a game. Still think Denver beat the Bills in overtime, but I think the refs kind of got in the way of it. But then again, I looked at him and said, "There's no way you should have even been that close because they had 5 turnovers. The Buffalo Bills turned the ball over to Denver 5 times, and were still able to take it to overtime. Now, imagine if you hadn't turned it over 5 times, you'd have probably blown them out the water." So,
So who's left? What are the standings at now?
the Rams and the Bears are playing right now for the last spot in the NFC Championship game, and it's tied 17-17 at the end of
Mhm.
the fourth. So that means it's going to overtime.
Hmm.
That's That's 2 games out of these last 2 days that have gone to overtime now. The Seahawks last night, though, however, completely destroyed the San Francisco 49ers. So they're in the NFC Championship game, waiting for the winner of this game.
The score, like I heard, it was pretty bad.
I think it was 41-6 or something like that.
Damn.
It was not fun. I mean, it was bad. Let's see what I got here. I'll look real quick, just so I can say I did it. I did it. So
it was Seattle versus San Francisco.
Yep. Yeah,
San Francisco. Battle of the Liberals.
41-6 is what Seattle beat San Francisco.
Liberals. Yeah.
Denver beat Buffalo 33-30 in overtime, and New England sent the Houston Texans home 28-16 today. So it is what it is, though.
But you're
ain't much you can do about
it. Right? You're not a Houston
Texans am, but
fan.
Yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan.
You're still rooting for Texas.
Well, yeah, because they're still there. I'm gonna root for them just because they're there. So. But anywho, yeah, I like got to root for the Texas teams. Let's put it that way. But anyway, so now once this game's over, that'll set the AFC and NFC title games. So you got Final Four left on those. So, and I think I saw, what was it? Nemo asked earlier, is the WNBA done yet? No, but I have a feeling the way they're going, they might lock them suckers out.
That's a funny situation. All those ladies, they were like, we demand higher pay. And then WNBA is like, but y'all don't make any money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's see. I haven't heard anything new about it. Honestly, I haven't heard anything new about it at all. Mm-hmm. But I know that they didn't start demanding all this extra pay and stuff until after Caitlin Clark came in, and all of a sudden the league started making money. League ain't been making money for 2 years. They
still weren't making money. Their viewership increased a lot, but if you look at the financials, they still weren't making money.
Well, they got to dig themselves out of the first 15
but they were
year
going,
old.
They're on the right track until all this.
Yeah.
Until those ladies went all got up and uppity.
Yeah, let's see if I can find. I'm still trying to see if I can find anything.
Them uppity ladies. They got all uppity. They did not know their place.
Well, teach them how to actually dribble, first of all. Like, in the old days, you actually had to dribble down the court. You couldn't just take off running down the court, Wait.
Did you hear that, folks? Randy criticized a woman, multiple women.
I've criticized any woman before in my life. So, yeah. Got no problem with that.
Yeah.
But Poncho's out there. I guess Poncho's rooting for the Seahawks because he wrote Seahawks. I'll go with that. But let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything. It looks like CBA negotiates potential batteries. It's a stalemate still. They have not done anything. Literally, it says here the sides failed to reach an agreement and on a new collective bargaining agreement, and they agreed to a moratorium for league business. And that was last Monday that this came out. And I ain't seen there isn't even anything else new on it since then. Well, you know what, girls, y'all gonna talk your ways out of freaking any kind of money if you don't get your heads out you know what, and then stop being thugs. Okay, stop playing like it's tackle freaking basketball when you go down the middle. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand hard fouls, I enjoy that, but to go out of your way to take somebody out, that's a different story. And it looks like a lot of them do that. Just the stuff that I see, because I don't think I could actually sit through a full WNBA game without going to sleep.
You know what they need in the WNBA to spice things up? They need a transgender up in there.
Oh, I'd laugh. Well, I think they've been close a couple times.
Dunking on the girls.
We need
a heel. Yeah, we need a heel.
That was Brittany Griner forever.
Yeah.
Until she went to jail in Moscow.
Like an actual transgender dude, with big muscles and everything.
Wait, have you ever heard her talk?
Brittany Griner?
Brittany Griner, have you ever heard her talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have thought that way when she talked too.
Oh yeah, but she is.
But she's legit. Don't get me wrong, but but that poor girl. This is how bad they were though. She got arrested for a vape that had traces of THC in it. Okay, in Russia, where she knows that pot is illegal 100%, and they're just looking for a reason to screw with you, you know. But she had it. It gets stopped. She got it. But she's over there playing because that's the only way they can make money is to go overseas in the off season and play somewhere else. If I got to play in Russia, guess what? I better learn how to get off the daggum THC real quick for a while, you know, till that one's over. Then get your butt home, do all you want to do. I don't care. Yeah, just lack of common sense. Just straight out lack of common sense on that one. But anywho, yeah, they're gonna probably greed their way out of any kind of money or any kind of actual season this year.
Yeah. Why was Caitlin Clark so popular?
Because of what she actually broke Pistol Pete Maravich's scoring record in college. Pistol Pete Maravich had the collegiate scoring record for 50 some odd years, and the dude was an absolute, and he was bird before bird was bird type thing. That's how good he was, right? And he had to even, Bird didn't even come close to getting to that record, but he had that record forever, and she broke it as a woman, and that's what really got people looking at it. You know what I mean? But I don't know what it was. It was something about she came along at the right place, right time, and the people fell for her. They loved her for whatever reason. She created some sort of buzz that they all loved, and she's dead eye dick. She could take 3-pointers from outside the men's arc, not just the women's arc.
It's like just that much better. Like she's
Yeah,
just really
she is
good.
that much better than the rest of them. I mean, but once again, basketball is a team sport. You can't do it by yourself.
Hmm.
And she figured that out at Indiana when they were playing, and not at Indiana when she was playing for was she playing for Iowa? Can't remember which one she played for in college. I think she played for Iowa, but anyway, she was doing good, and she got them into the national title games and stuff. But when you go into the national title game against a 5-person team that has 5 very good players as starters, and you're on there with a couple of 3 stars and maybe a 2-star, on your starting 5, you can't do it all yourself. You've got to have somebody pass to her, have somebody pass to you. She didn't have that. She lost once to freaking that dingbat. Oh my God, Angel Reese out of LSU. That girl, I swear, if somebody could there was a joke out. You put Angel Reese in a freaking gym with 10,000 basketballs to shoot nothing but free throws, you'll have 10,000 or 9,999 rebounds by the end of Monday, end of Sunday, and 1 point. That girl is I've seen her put up so many bricks. I've seen her walk. I've seen her double dribble. This girl absolutely was. She is shit on a basketball court. Now she can get down low
And
and
why
she
is
can
she
do the
so
rebound
famous?
because she was one that did a money crap. She was doing like Johnny Manziel back in the day. She was doing that, and then she's going at Caitlin Clark when they won. But like I said, LSU had a fully rounded team versus what Caitlin Clark had to work with, and they still had to fight to win. Caitlin Clark still damn near beat them by herself. Fast forward to the WNBA, they both come in. Caitlin Clark gets all the hoopla, and she's jealous. Quite frankly, she's jealous because she thinks she should have had it. And
I guess Angel Reese is famous because she kind of takes better pictures. I'm looking at
no,
pictures like dating like celebrities and stuff.
no, I don't know if she's dating anybody.
Yeah, she's on like the cover of Vogue and shit.
Well, you can shine up a turd to do whatever. You're still
I
a
don't know if
turd.
you can find out Caitlin Clark though. I mean, I'm looking at pictures of her all like dolled up, but
I don't
yeah.
know. Michael Che on Saturday Night Live couldn't get past it because she burned him. So, of course, she was reading what Michael Jost wrote for her. So,
Yeah.
okay, wait, Jost,
It helps to be good looking,
Michael Che and Colin Jost. Sorry, I had to remember which one was which. Michael Che is the black guy. Colin Jost is the other one that's married to. I don't like Colin Jost because he's married to.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, like, come on now, how's that fair? But I don't know.
I haven't watched Saturday Night Live in ages, though. So
I make sure I watch when they get close to the end of the year, so I catch the Christmas one where they write each other's bits, and they're doing it on the spot. They're reading it exactly. The first time they ever read it is when it's coming up on the teleprompter for them. And Che writes for Joseph, and Joseph writes for Che. Go out and watch some of those shorts and stuff they got where Che wrote
Oh, and they're like
Joseph
cracking each
talking
other
to
up. Yep.
and talking to talking to Scarlett Johansson. Actually, there was one that they talked about her little vagina, and
Oh yeah, I saw that clip.
I was dying laughing. She's in the back like, what?
Hey,
But
okay, I'm gonna do a subject change here real quick.
okay,
Swerve.
I'm good
Okay.
because there wasn't a
Did
whole
you
lot of
check
wrestling to
out?
watch
Did you
either.
check out TNA's premiere on AMC?
I watched a little bit of it.
I heard it
I
was
watched
crap.
the highlight.
I
I
heard it
heard it
was
was crap
ass.
too. I heard it was
Yeah.
crap too. I didn't. It didn't look like they gave you very much to work with though on that
No.
because they did this, but what were they going into Saturday? Their freaking pay per view.
Did you check out the pay per view? Where? How do you even watch their pay per view?
You got to get the pay per view. Let's see here.
No,
I'll look real quick.
like what? Like what avenue? Like if I wanted to watch that pay per view, where would I go?
Let's see. I would have to, honestly, it's probably like an on demand type thing, like you get on your normal cable. You'd have to find it on your on demand. That's the only thing I can think of. But I'm sitting here
So
looking
I
at it.
don't see them having other TV deals or anything.
Well, yeah, AMC. That's the one they just started.
Yeah, the one. Yeah, that
But
one.
the problem is they did their premiere before Genesis, and I'm just sitting there thinking, why are you doing a premiere like that before Genesis instead of after Genesis? You should have used Genesis as a springboard into your premiere. You know what I mean?
How much TNA did you actually watch? Like in totality, since its
over all
inception?
these years since it came up.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a lot. I mean, I keep up with it. Much like AEW. I mean, every once in a while I'll tune into AEW if I know there's going to be something I want to see, or I'll watch a replay of it. But same thing with TNT or TNA. I mean, because
You ever watch any like Ring of Honor?
I used to whenever I could. Now it's not
Yeah.
really Ring of Honor to me, though. Obviously,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
original Ring of Honor. When you're sitting there watching people like CM Punk, Samoa Joe, and Bryan Danielson going at it in their primes, there was nothing better. As far as work rate, there was nothing better. So, I mean, I take that back. If you were talking about work rate, yeah, the only thing that might have been better would have been like All Japan or New Japan, honestly, because those work rates are far and away above anything stateside most of the time, anyway.
Yeah, they go pretty crazy.
But watching, I mean, because honestly, think about it. Bryan Danielson gets done with Ring of Honor. He gets signed by WWE and is Daniel Bryan. Guess what he stopped using? The cattle mutilation. Cattle mutilation was a hellacious move. That double underhook, when he hit somebody with that, you're like, how did this dude get out of this? How did he not break that guy's neck? And, between cattle mutilation and freaking all of them, well, AJ Styles uses it now more than anybody, but almost all of them use the calf crusher. The calf crusher is a vicious move if done right and making it look right. You know what I mean? So, I watching Samoa Joe in any aspect is always good because he's great to watch. He's fun to watch. But with TNA this last time now, this Genesis, I heard that Texas death match with Santana and Kazarian was absolutely amazing. Even though the show got a 7 of 10 or whatever rating on my on 411 Wrestling, where I kind of keep up with backstage stuff, it got 7 of 10, which ain't too bad for a TNA, in the last few years. But what's helped TNA a lot has been this partnership with WWE. A lot. I mean, it's almost like Triple H is trying to establish the territories again. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm just watching what the cattle mutilation is because I didn't see the any of his matches. Why did they stop using that? It doesn't seem like that difficult of a
because
move to
they're
do.
afraid somebody's neck's gonna get hurt.
Really?
It's all about pain. Like here, let me pull up one. I look
But
at it
it's
again.
just him bridging, though.
That's all it is. But watch how the neck hits and the way he underhooks it.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Well, it looks like the way he does it is he puts his head down and then he just bridges over. So there's no like impact or anything.
Let's see here. Hang on, let me bring this sucker up here. My fat fingers are not working right today for some reason. I'm still 3/4 out. I got home at 5:30 this morning, so. Cattle mutilation, Daniel Bryan, Brian Danielson. Okay, now here's one, the very first one when you're doing this. You know, when he does that, see how he's going across. They're not talking about the guy that they're doing there. I'm talking about him. This is why he's had that problem with his neck a lot. They got away from that. Plus, you think this guy
because it's hard on Daniel.
It's hard on Brian Danielson. Yeah,
Okay.
I can see where they did that. Now, the biggest issue I have with it though, because I'm looking down below it and I'm looking here, and I see Daniel Bryan puts the Miz in the cattle mutilation. I need to look at that.
Yeah, if he's
I don't
got
remember
neck
seeing it.
problems, I could see him not doing that then.
Yeah, but
yeah,
you know when he does it, that's not the people he's going to be facing in WWE. He's going to have a rough time double underhooking those arms like that and doing that. They're not going to bend the same way as these guys in Ring of Honor and stuff would.
Oh yeah,
Can
because
you
they're
see
like
him
a lot
putting that on
bigger.
Kane?
No.
Can you see him putting that on Mark Henry? I mean, come on. It's just not going to happen. Mark Henry would just pick him up with one arm at that point.
Yeah, but he's usually wrestling guys who are like, if they're bigger than him, not by much. Like the biggest guy he's wrestling is like a Randy or a Brock.
Usually, yeah. But even then, I mean, look at Randy's moves now. He has problems moving his arms half the time now, it looks like.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but he's, again, there's another neck surgery guy. How many neck surgery guys are there out there now? Did you watch any of the AAA that's coming out that was on this weekend?
No.
You know, Vikingo has turned, right?
Who?
Vikingo, however they want to say his name, the one that was the mega champion or whatever for a while.
Oh yeah, their main guy.
Yeah, well, he's turned. He's with this Damien guy. I don't even know who the guy is, but he's with him, and they brought Almost in as their backup. Well, I was sitting there watching it, and they're turning El Grande Americano into a good guy, into a face. Rey Mysterio saved him with a kendo stick against Almost this weekend.
Oh,
and I'm like, wait. So, and of course, for anybody who don't know, the dude that's playing El Grande Americano is the dude that's dating Tiffany Stratton, Ludwig Kaiser. So I'm like, because they already missed the boat with him as far as when the stuff with freaking Gunther kind of ran its course a little bit. They missed the boat with him. Giovanni Vinci was already dropped because he kept getting hurt, and Ludwig Kaiser has it. He has the it factor. He's fun to watch too, but he's more athletic, or he portrays himself as more athletic than what Gunther is. And they actually did when they were in Germany, or was it Austria? One of the two. Ludwig Kaiser, i.e., El Grande Americano, against Gunther. Gunther won it.
I think Ludwig Kaiser would have a really good match with like a. Has he gone against Malachi Black out?
No, I wish you would. I think that'd be a great match. I think they complement each
program. Other. That would work out pretty well. I think he would do well with. Well, he's gone up against Johnny Gargano in NXT.
Yeah,
he would do well with Brian Danielson. Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever see Brian Danielson really wrestle again. So
yeah, you know what I was just watching just now?
What's that?
Just because I was curious, because I never watched the match. Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan. And I'm watching these suplexes Brock is doing on Daniel Bryan. And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
He is
And was
chucking him across the fucking ring, man.
yeah.
God
So,
damn, he's ragdolling
who
him.
keeps getting up?
Yeah, but Daniel Bryan can take a ragdolling, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, and he makes it look good. Oh
Yeah,
god, he makes it look
and
good.
he's going flying on those suplexes.
Now when was their match?
This was SummerSlam 2018.
Okay.
This
And
was when Daniel Bryan was like,
on his
not
way out
fully in
pretty
his
much.
prime, but
Yeah, he was on his way out though. I think
yeah, he's on
it was
his way
shortly after
out
this
because
one.
I think it was shortly after that he left for AW.
Yeah. Or he was being he was the SmackDown GM for that little bit before he left or whatever.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, I tell you what, the most interesting match Brock has ever had that I really, really, really tuned in for the most was Samoa Joe.
Was that
Samoa
Brock's best match?
I think that was the biggest threat yet to Brock
I
Lesnar.
thought they have really good promos. I remember watching the
Yes,
promos. The
they were
promos were really
great.
good.
And they
Um,
made it look legit, you know what I mean? They really made it look legit. They worked it
what
good.
about the match itself? What did you think of the match
I
itself?
thought the match was great. I thought it ended the way it was supposed to. I thought it was done right. I thought I would have loved because I was going to mark out if they put the title on Joe, I was going to absolutely mark out, just plain
Mhm.
and simple. But they didn't. I didn't think they would. But hey, I, he makes he makes Brock look more human. You know what I mean? He made him
Yeah.
look where somebody might be able to do some damage to him, and I
Like
thought it was
someone who could
great.
he looks like someone who could actually beat him up.
Yeah. Well, hell, look at the lead up to him. He did beat him up. They were in fights left and right for 3 weeks before, and that time he choked him out on stage. How many other people can you think about that Brock would have let like choke him out up on stage? They were working that,
In
you
your
know.
opinion, in your opinion,
Yeah,
who had better chemistry with Brock? Was it Roman? Was it CM Punk or was it John Cena?
Cena by a long
Cena?
shot because until Brock started doing these matches he does now, which just is suplexes everything and doesn't really do any real wrestling moves anymore other than just suplexes. When he was first starting out and he was doing actual wrestling moves and he was actually doing the whole work rate type thing, him and Cena had some really really good matches. They really did. But this crap with Suplex City when it started up, that became a one dimension thing. He goes in, grabs you, chunks you around the ring a few times, hits a damn F5, and it's over. Now I ain't gonna let that dude get hold of me and do it because I ain't getting in the ring with some bitch. I'm just not doing it. That man's crazy.
What do you think about okay, hear me out on this.
Okay.
What do you think about like Brazilian jiu-jitsu being an actual gimmick in pro wrestling?
They
Like
tried it.
the guy's gimmick is he's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy strictly, right? He comes in
Hmm.
with the black belt, the gi, and everything. And he just
Well,
does Brazilian jiu-jitsu and just tries to tap people out.
then I don't think it would ever take hold because you don't script it good enough for that. You know what I mean?
But the crowd is smart enough to understand that they're like,
Exactly.
he's putting him in his guard, he's passing guard,
Yeah, the majority. But
like they
now you
watch
got to think.
UFC. Like everyone's watched enough UFC to know which positions are dangerous.
But look at the UFC cards. How many 4, 5, 6, 8 year old kids are around that ring or
Mhm.
around that octagon versus how many 4, 5, 6, 8 year old kids that are around a wrestling ring? Totally different crowd. Honestly, it's a totally different crowd. They
You know what the
wouldn't get
guy's
it.
weakness but you know what the Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy's weakness would be?
What's
Like
that?
kayfabe wise? He doesn't know how to handle, like, ropes and turnbuckles, so every time someone, like, hits him with it, like, and hits his head on the turnbuckle, he's just like, "What the fuck?" You
What
know?
the hell was that?
He's like, "I never learned this in the dojo."
Yeah.
Every time someone hits him with a steel chair, he just, like, has no idea what to do.
Well, I mean, and honestly, when you're talking about martial artists, mixed martial artists, and stuff like that,
Mhm.
they had a legit one for the longest time in Steve Blackman, and I still to this day will watch a
Yeah,
lot
but
of Steve Blackman stuff because when he come out and he actually did his nunchuck routine, that dude is a beast. He is
yeah.
literally legit
No,
shit.
he would do a nunchuck routine, but he wasn't actually okay, so Steve Blackman, his wrestling, I don't feel like reflected it enough. because
No,
yeah,
they
he
didn't
would
know
do
how to
like
write for him.
karate kicks.
Yeah,
He would do like karate kicks and stuff. I don't know.
they didn't write well enough for him to make it look, because I think he could have adapted. I really do.
And
I
they
just don't
teamed him
think
up
they.
with Ken Shamrock, and they
Yeah,
were doing Ken Shamrock right for a while, you know,
yeah, for a
because
while because he
Shamrock
was an
was just
MMA
doing
guy.
like UFC submission holds,
Yeah,
really.
yeah, and I mean, you have him doing those submission hold type thing. Put him as a tag team. He's doing the submission holds while uh, Steve Blackman's doing nothing but striking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, geez, that dude had a kick from hell. And when somebody, because he was one of the boys, and I saw his shoot interview and stuff. Where he finally talked about when he knocked out damn uh
Yep.
Layfield, JBL. Yeah, I was like, well, if somebody pushes too much, you got to set them straight. You know what I mean? And he's the one to do it. I don't know why JBL would ever thought that was fun to do anyway. Why would you mess with somebody you know can whip your ass?
Hmm.
I just don't get it. I don't get
Oh
it.
no, I just wish they would incorporate more like ground actual wrestling,
Yeah,
like you were talking about, like with John Cena and Brock Lesnar. When Lesnar was actually using actual wrestling moves, like,
yeah,
you know, he'd go in for a
headlock.
double leg, and then the whole crowd gasps
Yeah,
because they realize Brock Lesnar's on top of you.
yeah.
That's how it was in his UFC fights, remember?
Hmm. Yeah,
Like,
unless they caught him.
he would double leg a guy in UFC, and he'd be on top of them, and the whole crowd is just like, "Oh, damn, that dude's fucked."
Yeah, exactly.
You
The
got
only
Brock
ones that
Lesnar
ever beat him were the
on top
ones
of
that caught him
you.
coming in.
Yeah.
I mean,
Even
honestly,
the guy who beat him, Cain Velasquez,
yeah,
he even said in interviews when Brock went in for the double leg, the only reason why didn't get taken down is because he went up against the cage, right? But he
yeah,
had Brock against him, like trying to take him down, and Cain Velasquez was like, "Yeah, I'm not moving.
yeah. And he's
I'm
big
not."
enough; he could lay on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now there was another one that beat him though that he where Brock was going in. I can't remember which guy it was, but he was going in and caught Brock as he's coming in and caught him with a kick to the face as he was coming in.
Oh, you're talking about Alistair Overeem.
Yeah, the Overeem match. That's what I'm
No,
thinking.
no, I know exactly what happened there. I'll tell you what happened there. I
Okay,
saw it, slow motion.
I didn't see it in slow motion. I just saw
This
clips of
was
it here and
when
there. So,
because I didn't watch it live, like I wasn't there, but I watched the live pay-per-view,
yeah,
right? And I was following that fight very closely.
yeah,
Okay, so the problem is you got to remember Brock had just gotten back from his diverticulitis ordeal.
yeah. He was still sick.
Right?
You could
He was
tell he
still
was sick
sick.
in that match.
Actually, that was the first fight or first public appearance he made after the surgery.
Yeah, and
So he got done with the diverticulitis surgery and that whole
uh-huh.
ordeal like 6 months prior. He's training, he's recovering. This is his first fight back from like being hospitalized and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And who does UFC put him in with? Alistair fucking Overeem.
Overeem.
This guy
Well,
at the time was actually bigger
yeah,
than Brock.
yeah,
And
and he was in his
he was
prime.
on all the roids. He was
Yeah,
on all the roids.
but he
Hold
was in
on.
his prime too, though.
And he was in his prime. And man, hold on. Let me get a picture before we continue.
Okay, but I got a question quick though? Did Fedor ever come to the UFC? Actually,
No.
he still stayed Pride the whole time, right?
No, he went in his own organizations.
Oh, okay, all right.
Um,
I don't know if there was anybody in UFC that could have taken him in his prime.
hold on. I'm trying to find like a side-by-side comparison.
A tail of the tape type thing.
Yeah, because like you'll see that Brock is usually the bigger guy in the room, but then
Yeah.
well, that's also
Well,
Shane
Velasquez was
Carwin.
the same way. Yeah,
Shane
Shane
Carwin.
Carwin.
Shane
Yeah.
Carwin was like he might have been actually bigger than him actually.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay, the Rams beat the Bears 20-17 in overtime.
Yeah, Shane Carwin was like almost bigger than him too.
Doesn't surprise me. I
That
mean,
was a big boy. He was a big
yeah,
boy.
they're all big to me.
Oh,
But
some of the fighters were considerably smaller, like Randy. Remember when he fought Randy
well,
Couture?
yeah, but I'm talking about just in general though. I mean, he's still 220 pounds or whatever he was at the time.
Yeah.
And Couture was one of those guys that he could take it, you know what I mean? And instead of just dishing it out, he could take it too and keep coming. Chuck Liddell. Chuck Liddell was the same way for a while. Then he got rocked one time, and then he just everybody
Oh,
realized he
yeah,
got a
here's
classic job.
Alistair Overeem next to
Yeah,
Brock Lesnar.
yeah.
He's like taller than Brock, and he's pretty damn thick himself, and that's Oldham roids, right?
Yes.
Also, you have to keep in mind, it's a very different fighting style because Brock comes from a wrestling background. He's not
Mhm.
much of a striker,
No,
right?
he's
Like
not
when
as
he
jujitsu.
gets punched in the face, he tends to like kind of be like, "What the fuck," right? He
Yeah.
doesn't take a shot well. That's what he's known for. And
Mhm.
you got Alistair motherfucking Overeem, a K1 champion.
Yeah.
Do you guys understand what it means to be a K1 fucking champion? Dude, that
I'm
means
not
you're
gonna
the
get.
best kickboxer, the best stand-up fighter in the fucking world,
Yeah.
literally. And he
Yeah.
went up against this dude who comes from a Dutch kickboxing background, all right?
Mhm.
First round, you know what the first thing Alistair Overeem does as soon as they start? He kicks him really fucking hard in the gut.
Just to test him.
No, after that diverticulitis thing,
Yeah.
he you got a Dutch kickboxer kicking you as hard as he can in the gut, and Brock Lesnar was not ready for that. So
New.
after that gut kick, he was just like
Oh,
discombobulated the whole
yeah. He
fight,
couldn't.
and
He
then
couldn't do
Alistair
anything.
Overeem just fucked him up. He just TKO'd him.
Yeah.
That was a bad fight to put Brock up
He
against.
shouldn't have been in it. He
It
shouldn't
was
have been in it.
literally the worst opponent you could possibly give him,
He
coming
needed
back from that
what do they
gut kick.
call it, a tune-up fight, before any of that happened.
Or like another wrestler or something.
Yeah, something for him to get back in, get his legs
Yeah.
back about him, but still, I was a firm believer Brock after he lost the title in the first place. Like, dude, don't go back after it. Don't go. That's the biggest mistake a lot of those UFC fighters do
Mhm.
when they get knocked down or whatever. They lose their title or whatever. They try to keep coming back. They try to keep coming back. Hoist Gracie is the prime example because he kept trying to come back. He kept trying to come back, and when he came back, who was it? Matt. Um, what was the kid he fought? UFC. He'd been out of UFC forever. He went over to Japan and was doing his own little, jujitsu crew where they kept giving him wins when he really might not have won, but because his family is the one pretty much running the damn promotion, he gets the win. But who
Royce
was
Gracie?
yeah, he was fighting. He came back to UFC, and of course, it wasn't his style no more. It wasn't Brazilian Jiu Jitsu like he was used to. No gis, no nothing like that. It's the new style, and I'm like sitting there. You're not in your element, dude. You're not in your Matt.
Oh, is that when you had like? Are you talking about when Hoist Gracie came back and he
Yeah,
went up against Matt Hughes, and then
Matt
Hughes
Hughes.
just
That's
picked
the
him
one I was
up?
trying to remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he just got
yeah.
he got killed in a car wreck, didn't he? If I'm not mistaken,
Matt Hughes?
or combination or the complications from a car wreck, if I'm not mistaken. Matt
No,
Hughes.
Matt Hughes is still around.
You sure?
Yeah. Wait,
Why
let
am
me
I
look it
thinking?
up now.
Yeah, because I thought he was in a car wreck or something.
No, he was in an accident. It did pretty much effectively end his career.
Okay, yeah, you're right. He's still alive. So
No, he's still
that's
around.
what it was. He
He's
just
still with
couldn't.
us.
He just couldn't fight no more. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just
He's
remember
actually
him
looking pretty good, actually.
because
Like in his 40s now.
when he fought Hoist Gracie, he was 23. Hoist Gracie was 39. What idiot is going to get in the ring like that in an octagon, other than just for a payday? He had to know that Hughes was just going to mess him up.
Mhm.
I mean, what are you thinking, honestly? So I mean, I don't know. I mean,
He would have I would
I'm
have
a
liked
Hoist
to have
Gracie.
seen him in the gi, though. If they let him use the gi, I think that would
Oh,
have been a closer match.
different. Yeah, it'd been a different fight all the way around because
That would have been a different
how many
story.
times you see him in 1 through 6 or whatever use that gi to take people out?
Well, yeah, that's the whole idea of Brazilian jiu-jitsu. It's the gi,
Yeah, use
right?
the
It's
stuff
like a
strong.
weapon.
Yeah.
It's a serious advantage.
Yep, it sure is.
It really is a weapon.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I saw him do it. Who was it? It wasn't that boxer, but when he fought Dan Severn, Severn was doing it smart by trying to wear him down. I mean, this
Mhm.
is before the days of rounds, and stuff like that. You got in there and you kept going until the winner, right? And how many times did you ever see a UFC match go 12 some odd minutes? You know, it was stupid, but he was, I mean, freaking, he had him in that waist lock. He had him down, and he kept his head down so Hoist couldn't get up underneath or get any chokes in or use his gi on him. And he was moving him around, and Hoist was moving both of them around with his toes in the chain link of the octagon and pulling around. I was like watching. I was like, "This is insane. Why is he not coming up and at least getting a couple of taps, and getting back in? Just you get back up and have what's his name, Dan Severn. He should be kind of getting a couple of shots in, right? Well, you're thinking, okay. And finally, at about 6 minutes, he started doing that. He started get up, let's go, bam, bam, a couple of times, and he's back down in. Get up, bam, bam, get back down in. Well, he got pulled around, and all of a sudden, he gets up and he gets his base up, and he starts to come up, and Hoist got that damn foot up underneath this arm and put it right there. And they're all like, well, it wasn't even a triangle. He put the foot right here. He literally choked him out with his foot.
Yeah.
And you got freaking Severn sitting over there, and the announcers were surprised by it. I mean, I can remember the call to this day. They're like, "Okay, he's got up to his base. He's getting ready to make his move."
Triangle, actually.
I thought it was just a foot because he had him like this. He still had him in a waist lock, if I remember right. Look at it again, but either way, it came out of nowhere because the the announcers were completely surprised by it. No baby oil. Yeah, Nemo, you're right. No baby oil. Andre the Giant. No baby oil. I wonder if Andre was getting his baby oil from Diddy.
No, it says officially it says triangle choke.
Yeah, and they may be calling it that, but at that time it wasn't called triangle because it literally looked like he put his foot up underneath, and he could have got it on the knee. I guess he could have got it around.
I'm trying to find a picture of the actual triangle, but it's hard to tell.
Let's see here.
No, I think he got the foot behind his neck.
Did he get behind the neck? I could have swore he got it.
Looks like it was behind the neck. Hold on, it's hard to tell though.
Yeah, because it when Severn's getting up and starting to move it around on his base, they're thinking he's getting ready to make a move, but he was already starting to be choked, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
So either way, it was one of the greatest matches of UFC history, as far as I'm concerned.
It's really hard to tell.
This thing's like 16 minutes here. I'm trying to get around it and see and look. Dark Night of the Beast in MMA, Dan Severn. And I'm trying to see where it was at. There it is. I've got the video. Okay, so he's on top of Hoist. Then he hits him a couple of times. Hoist has got his legs up, and I'm watching this video here. I don't want to bring it up because I don't want anybody to get in trouble for it. But no, you're right. You know what? He did. He locked in. He got the arm underneath, and then he got his other leg up underneath the chin. He did.
Under the chin?
Yeah, it's under the chin. He's got the one leg on the back. Here, I'm gonna see if I can do a quick show of I'm gonna pause this. Okay. Make this full screen here so you can see it. And I'll share this real quick. Okay. Now we're going to try and move this slow here. See how he gets it right there? See how I hooked it in? And then he starts drifting down. See him?
No, that's a regular triangle choke.
Yeah, see, but when you're watching it the first time, they didn't call it a triangle choke. They did not call it a triangle choke.
Triangle choke, yeah.
But once again, they still did not call it at all.
But the triangle choke, the leg goes behind the head. It doesn't go in front.
But I'm saying, at the time they were calling it, they did not even know what to call it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You got to remember, what was this, 91, 92 time frame?
Deep ass triangle choke. God damn.
Yeah. You see how he was kicking him there? I
That's
mean,
how you know
different
you got it
guys can't
locked
see it,
in.
but
Yeah.
here, I'm gonna show it real quick. You guys, I mean, look at the dude. Look at him kick with those legs, right in the kidney. I mean, he was tearing that stuff up. And what was the
Yeah.
prize money? I want to see what the prize money is real quick. This was UFC 4, guys, and I didn't see it though, unfortunately. That was UFC 4.
Hmm.
Severn was a beast in it. Don't get me wrong. Severn was an absolute beast during it. And I think, what did he win? 6 or 7 or something like that.
Mm. You know why Hoist Gracie would do those kidney kicks?
Why that?
It wasn't to like they don't do damage, but they also don't cost much energy wise. But you're
No.
going to be there anyway. But
Yep.
he said the reason why he'd do it is because it would break the other guy's concentration.
Well,
So you
yeah,
know how when you're on top, you're like trying to plan out which move you do next. By doing that, it distracts them. You know, it flusters them.
yeah, kind of like a jab
Yeah,
in boxing. You know, that
yeah,
jab will throw your timing off quicker than anything.
yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, how averse are you with older boxers?
Somewhat.
You
Like the
remember Randall
real.
Tex Cobb?
Not familiar with him.
He was the one that made Howard Cosell quit calling boxing because he had a match in, I want to say it was early '80s, against Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes was a beast, though. Obviously, he was a legend. But freaking Randall Tex Cobb's from Abilene here, and he had a head like a boulder. You could hit that sucker with a bowling ball, and you keep coming at you. You know what I mean? Uh, but they didn't never call the fight because Holmes beat him like a redheaded stepchild for 15 rounds. He thought they should have called the fight, and he quit calling boxing matches after that because he didn't think it was right. They should have called it. And freaking Randall Hector, he's entitled to his opinion, but he never hurt me. I'm like, how do you not get hurt on all this? But he sits there, and later on, he becomes a world champion kickboxer, and then goes on to do freaking movies. I'm
What
like,
was this
dang,
guy's name?
Randall Tex Cobb. You remember the
Hmm.
movie Blind Fury with Rutger Hauer?
Yeah.
He was the bad guy.
Hmm.
He was the one who tried to chop him at one time, and he wore the body armor and all that crap. Uh,
Interesting.
Uncommon Valor. He played Sailor in Uncommon Valor, the nutcase with the grenade around his neck.
Hmm.
So yeah, no. Some reason I got hooked on him this week. I was looking through and there's old Johnny Carson clips, and it was a clip after the match against Larry Holmes. And he said, "How you feeling? And stuff? You ready? You look like you were." I said, "I was ready for a fight. I was ready to punch him and do it." And Mr. Holmes did not agree with what I wanted to do. Like, it was like this dude is so tongue in cheek about himself. It wasn't even funny. He was hilarious. But he was a beast of a kickboxer. Now he took over kind of where Dennis Alexio left off. Which movie was that one, Nemo? Blind Fury or
You're talking about Blind Fury.
talking about Blind Fury? Man, Rutger Hauer's an unappreciated gem. There is nobody that could ever play the part of the Hitcher. Okay, it's just
Hmm.
nobody that can ever touch it other than him, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, they did do a remake of that, didn't they? If I'm not mistaken.
I don't think so. But I think Blind Fury is just a knockoff of Natoichi.
Yeah,
It's the
probably.
same thing. It's the
Yeah,
same concept.
yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, like I said, because once again, I'm a Rutger Hauer fan and always have been. No matter what role he's in, bad guy, good guy, whatever, I was going to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Um, Golly, he did. Trying to remember, he did one. Well, they did redo the Hitcher. I just remembered. I didn't look it up or anything, but I just remembered that Sean Bean played the guy in the Hitcher. Played that part. I don't think it got near as well received. It's not near the classic Rutger Hauer one is. So
Speaking of blind heroes, have you seen the fourth John Wick movie?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay.
The ballerina one.
No. That was
Oh
the
wait.
one with Donnie Yen
Okay, so the fourth
and
one is
Bill
the one
Skarsgård.
that ends with the duel, right?
Yeah.
I've seen bits and pieces, but I haven't watched the whole thing. No,
Okay, never mind.
that guy wasn't blind, was he?
No, Donnie Yen's character was blind.
Okay, all right. I
But it
gotta sit
was
down
so
and watch it.
annoying. It was so annoying though, because yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna
You
discuss
can
if
go
you
ahead and
haven't
talk
seen it.
because, quite frankly, I may never watch it because I got so annoyed. I love the first one. I got so annoyed at the bullshit of the second one. I didn't even watch the third one at all, and I barely watched at the fourth
What did you not like in the second one?
because it became completely unrealistic. Don't get me wrong; it was kind of unrealistic, but you could conceivably see the shit that was happening in one happening, whereas you couldn't conceivably see shit in two happening at all.
Oh no, it gets more and more unrealistic
Well,
as it
yeah, I
goes
heard
on.
Parabellum was absolutely stupid, but it's another John Wick with a lot of shoot 'em up, and we love that. And
Mhm.
don't get me wrong, I can't get enough. I like Keanu Reeves too, but hell, we didn't need that last Matrix movie either.
No, John Wick 3 is more ninja fights though.
Yeah,
It's more like martial arts.
well, that's all fine and dandy, but
Yeah.
that defeats the purpose of what Wick was. He was a hitman.
Yeah, but if he's up against ninjas and they disarm him, he's got to use his ninja skills, man. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, man?
Oh man, just
No,
don't
but you
kill the
know
man's
what? It
dog.
did have some great sequences, though. It
Yeah,
did have some great sequences. So,
I mean, honestly, and I've watched that final scene, the duel scene, a bunch of times.
mhm.
And Ian McShane makes that scene, honestly. When he looks at it, you asshole. He didn't fire. He sits up, looks at the consequences. Freaking great. It was freaking
Yeah.
great. He took 2 bullets just so he get that guy to lower his guard. What kind of tough guy is that, you know? Golly. But anyway, yeah, I'm a Keanu Reeves fan, I guess, for the
You should
most
watch
part.
those movies. Yeah.
I'll have to sit down because, like I said, I have to I have to suspend belief at all, after
No,
the
you
first
gotta
one.
watch The Raid Redemption first, and
Yeah,
then
I
watch those
still need to
movies.
watch that one. Yeah, I do need to watch that one. I want to. Now, he had another one. He was in 47 Ronin, wasn't he? If I'm not mistaken.
I
Yeah,
never saw that one.
it's based on the Record No Crew or whatever it is, anime, I guess.
Mhm.
And 47 Ronin was his. He was in it, but I'm like, he doesn't really fit. You know what I mean? But he was like a samurai almost.
How did it do on Was it a good movie?
I watched about 20 minutes of it. I never watched it after that. I like Last Samurai better than I liked it. Let's put it that way. I didn't think they stayed true to the source material at all.
Yikes! It got 16% on Rotten Tomatoes. Never
Exactly.
mind.
See, there you go. And that's a Keanu Reeves movie. That goes to show he can pick a bad one. I just don't know if people were really ready for it.
Hmm.
But hey,
I think he just
yeah,
really wanted to do a samurai flick.
and that could be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So based on my favorite Japanese series, is that the one you were talking about with Blind Fury?
No,
The
Zatoichi was
Soichi?
yeah.
Yeah, what Demo was saying here. Okay. I guess I need to check that out too because I haven't seen any of that at all. Blind Fury was one I caught by accident in like 84, 85 when it came out.
Zatoichi was like the OG like Japanese samurai serial show.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I
Yeah,
understand.
but his whole
That's
gimmick was that
understandable.
he was blind like that, and he had like, but he had like extra like hearing and shit, and
Yeah.
all his senses were super sharp.
Well,
But
yeah. I mean,
yeah,
look at Blind Fury and look at the cornfield sequence. You know, when he's out there, he's running between those guys and tapping his thing and backing out, and they shoot each other because they just turn around and shoot without looking. I'm like, this is gold. This is stuff that you can't hardly write. You know, it's just perfect the way it's running. You know, but yeah. So anywho, I'll stop my Rugger Hauer fandom now. Another one that's dead long before I wanted him to go. But anywho, hey, we've been
I think
here
we
an
should
hour.
call it a wrap.
Yep, I'm with you on that. It's been
Yep.
fun.
Yeah, it's been a
This
good
is
hour.
we've turned this into just do a couple of talk about a couple of sports things, a couple of wrestling things. Then we just bullshit for a while.
Well, it depends on what there is out there nowadays. Does seem like there's much. So
Well, yeah, because we're going into off season stuff. We got the Super Bowl coming up and the AFC NFC Championship games, and then we really don't give a crap. I mean, we got baseball is coming up. Nobody really cares. Nobody, as far as us, cares about basketball. Really, I care about
I
March
don't give a
Madness.
shit about basketball.
Yeah, I care about
Yeah.
March Madness because I like the format of the NCAA tournament, and I hope they never change it. I know they're going to one of these days because they just can't leave shit alone. So, but cross fingers, it doesn't happen very soon. So,
All right.
alrighty, guys, appreciate y'all being here. We had a fun night tonight. Go have fun, and we will see you next week. Bye, guys.
Take me out to see that game with all the balls, or to the wrestling ring best out of Three Falls. Donny and Randy talking wrestling and sports. We're talking the ball pit. It's the best, of course, 'cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. Donny and Randy, they freaking called it, 'cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. There's no better podcast. They're all shit. Rob watches the Lions every Sunday night. Who even know which team Paul supposedly likes? Tex likes the Cowboys, it's his only shortfall. Jason McLean, just a fan of the sports ball. 'Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. Donny and Randy, they freaking called it. 'Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. There's no better podcast. They're all shit. With Randy Gilbert as our YouTube sports guy. Donny Cho knows shit about sports, but he'll try. Donny only knows wrestling and MMA. Together these two for the US of A.